As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense set on first down. The run to the left. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish.
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to...
Oh, picked off! And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Defense will always try to get some tips, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Snap it to the back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll go with a direct snap. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown time.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coach
gonna take a shot. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys. And there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. On second down, wants to throw it. Keeps looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. A first down for the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Smashes through the tackle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Now they'll run it on the toss. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Ready to get the first down.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Still looking on the move. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that one's incomplete. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
They're going to throw it again. That's caught. It's Galladay. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good...
Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. On the move. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Texas A&M. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Alabama quickly back to the line. They're going to ride this running back.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Direct snap. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down drive.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's going to pass. He rifles one deep down the right side. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He slings it deep to the left. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
He'll try to pop the draw. At the 40, there he goes. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to kick it away.
Number 18, set to kick this one away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Pocket starts to collapse, and it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts, and I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Galladay. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He wants to throw. Looking left. And the ball is intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback will audible. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But, man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Looking to pass on second down. Got a man. It's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, going up top. Steps away. Now he'll turn and throw back to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Holds it in. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
It'll be a draw. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Inside the 45. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Final play of the quarter coming. Calls his own number. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 21, Texas 17.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up by 28 over Texas A&M. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. He's looking for a man on second down. He's got it. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. And you want that clock to run. Across the 25, he's got room. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Trying to take it back. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Texas! How about this? These guys are going for two. Snaps it in the shotgun. Makes the grab for the two. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll call for the fair catch here. comes that Alabama offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Edwards. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Alabama pushing the tempo. On third down, he drops the throw. Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It doesn't get much bigger than that. On the road, fourth quarter, fourth down, and you're trailing. Nothing there initially. He's able to escape by time and then go pick up the first with his legs.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's going to pass. With the catch, it's Galladay. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores, got to push the ball down the field, take more chances.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Right down the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's got it, and they convert. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He wants to go deep, and it's his 4th interception of the night. Got some room to run, and they'll drag him down.